So first you're going to want to start sketch and then select your axis. Then you're going to go to line, which is also L, and make the basic half of your jar if you're looking at it from the side. Then you're going to stop sketch and then go under create and revolve. So you're going to then click on the face and then select the axis you want to do it across. Make sure it says full. And so now you have close shape to what your jar will be. You can also change to the color, which is also what I'm doing. Just so you know, you can tell apart the lid and the jar. So I just chose blue for my jar. And now we're going to do the thread, and we want it to be right there. So we're going to make it 90 millimeters. Make sure it says modeled. And then okay. Okay, now we're going to do the cross section. So we're just going to make it 90-degree angle. Move that back a little. About there. And then hit OK. So now it's not actually cut in half, it just makes it look like it is, so you can see the inside. So as you can see, it's a solid object. So we need to create a new sketch on that face. Oops, wrong. Do it on there. So basically we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do a half of it, and it's going to be a little bit smaller than the actual jar, but it will touch the very top. For mine, the walls are going to be about 5 millimeters. So you only go halfway. My computer's a little laggy. There we go. Select it, and then we're going to revolve it and make sure it says cut. So now it's making a hole. And now we have our basic jar design. So now we can get rid of that. Just hit OK. So I made mine on the wrong axis, so it looks weird, but it's fine. So now we're going to create a new sketch, and this is going to be for the lid. Make it on the same plane that the jar body is on. So my jar is 100 millimeters in diameter, so I did 100 millimeters for my lid. But it ends up being a little bigger, and you'll see why later. So now we're going to want to go, you can hit E for extrude, and I think I made it 5 millimeters, and then OK. And then now we're going to make another circle. I made that 90 millimeters in diameter. And E for extrude. We made that 10 millimeters. A for appearance, and that's how you change the color. So I think I'll make this green, just so we can tell the two pieces apart, with the lid and the actual jar. drag it and drop it. Okay, so now we have the green lid. So now we're gonna add a thread to the inside. So we'll make sure it says modeled. And then it's already at 90. But now I realized it's upside down. And I don't wanna flip it because the thread is wrong, I'm pretty sure. So what we need to do is get rid of that top, bottom, whatever, and then remake that at the top on that surface. So we're gonna hit C for circle and then make it 100 millimeters in diameter. And then E for extrude. And we're gonna make it 5 millimeters. So now that's about right. So okay. So we're gonna go to, is it modify, and then scale, because we want it to be a little bigger than the actual body. So I made it 1.01, so it's 1% bigger than what I had designed. So now it's not 100 millimeters anymore. And now we're going to move that so it's on top of the jar. So just move that up. And I'm gonna slide it over. And so I still had the cross section. You saw I was like right on top of the jar. So we'll just have to move that up a little because it's cutting off the top of the lid. Get rid of that, okay. And now we're gonna slide the lid over. Get that right. Comment down below if you want me to upload the files to Thingiverse. That's about right, okay. I'm gonna turn this so that it's flat. It's facing the right way. So we're gonna make that 90 degrees. Yeah. Okay, so now cross section, and you can see the threads aren't quite lined up. If I upload it, the one I upload, they will be lined up and everything will be nice and fit together. So this is where I was going back to fix what I had done and I thought it wasn't the right size. So I moved it up a little. So that looks good. The final one, it's not in this video, it fits together. There's no gap. So now I'm just gonna start adding fillets everywhere to make any sharp edges rounded. So I'm doing this on the inside right now. If you can hear any background noise, my printer is going right now, my 3D printer. So now we're gonna do this from the lid, the top corner, we're gonna do that, or edge or whatever. So make that a fillet. So I got rid of that cross section. And now what we're gonna wanna do is create another sketch. We're gonna do it on the top of the lid. I'm going to make a little hole so you can put money in it. So we're gonna try to find the center, which is right there. So the hole is it's gonna be 5 millimeters by 20 millimeters, which in the end is not big enough. So when I show you the final product, the hole is gonna be a little bigger. That's actually what's printing right now, my second attempt at the lid, because quarters don't fit. And as you can see, it's not centered. So what we're gonna do is move it, and I have to select every line. Because it didn't see it as a face or a sketch object. So we're just gonna move that until it looks like it's centered. Okay, now we're gonna extrude that down to cut a hole. So now we have a hole in our lid. So here's the main container body. Took 7 hours and 1 minute. Just PLA. I have the lid printing in orange PLA. Mono price select mini. I used Cura to slice it. Okay, so this is the final product. So here's the main body that I printed in purple PLA. And then this took about 7 hours and this took about 3 hours. And they fit together quite nice. The only problem is quarters don't fit. I have to get bills in to fold it up really small and Matt can barely get it in. So I went back into Fusion360 and printed this, or designed this and then printed it. But the hole's just a little bigger. The hole is actually, this one is, it should be 20 millimeters. And then this one is 35-ish. So, new lid. Fits. Money. Fits. Coins. Fit. So I got a few bills and some coins. Let's make sure everything goes. And it does. So this is my simple money jar that I designed in Fusion360. It did not take that long at all to design. It's very easy, you can try it yourself. Fusion360 is free if you sign up the right way. And so, yeah, thank you for watching.